Many thanks for joining us this morning. This is 6th of August 2025. We welcome all our esteemed viewers to the program this morning. The Vanguard newspaper at this time. What's the Vanguard saying concerning the state of the nation on 2027? Obi's single term Obi's single term pledge raises dust. This is on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Of course, there have been talks about uh, Peter Obi's one-time pledge, and we still have it here this morning. Obi's single-term pledge raises dust. This is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. A true leader can turn things around in 48 months, says Obi. He doesn't need to take. He doesn't need to work for 8 years to change or to turn things around in the country. That's what Obi meant on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. A true leader can turn things around in 48 months. Yeah, that's just in 48 months. A good leader or true leader can turn things around, not until you spend 8 years in office. Its threat to 1999 constitution, says PDP. Its marks of desperation, says Okori. We can take Obi's promise to the bank, says Abaribe. One tenor is lofty but insufficient, says Maswen. It's insult on our collective memory, says Buhari's aide. Obi's single term promise is still uh, in the news, and people are still reacting to it as we speak. On to the next one. Atiku Buni orders celebrate Nafisa, 17-year-old world best in English. Atiku Buni orders celebrates our own Nafisa, 70-year-old world best in English. You can go to page 27 to see more of this story. On to the next one, page 9. Keyamo aviation experts on war paths over Lagos airport renovation. And we have page 27, court restraints Governor Bago from shutting Badegi FM. Down the paper, Church of Nigeria formally cut ties with Wales over lesbian archbishop. This is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. We move down to page 8. Again, APC governors rally round party chair Yewata, dismiss opposition as non-existent. I will move down to another one, which is the last story we'll be reading on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Banks wooed me with pretty ladies for deposits, sent thugs when my business went down. This is coming from billionaire businessman talking about Dollar. Welcome all our esteemed viewers all over the world to the program. We say thank you for supporting this platform. We appreciate your unwavering support. We are very, very grateful. We appreciate all of you. Let me quickly see the comment section and greet some of our viewers are commenting there. Very, very important to do that this morning before proceeding to the main program. We have the Palace of the Palace right here at the stand with us. Good morning to you, Palace of the Palace, and all the way from Netherlands, I have Nnamdi or Anusi. Nnamdi, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Anthony Enema is also here with us. Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. He's watching us from New York. We appreciate your contributions. We appreciate your presence this morning. Oh, yes, good morning. Vincent, good morning. You're welcome on the program. I welcome you to the program this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let us quickly look at what former Minister of Police Affairs said. Adamu Waziri said that if Buhari was a failure, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a disaster. Of course, we understand what Nigerians have been facing. I'm talking about the challenges we've been facing in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu: inflation, insecurity, economic crisis, and all ramifications. Waziri has said it that Tinubu is a disaster. And we have another one, a warning coming from federal government over flooding. 19 states will be affected, and we need to keep to these warning by the federal government. The states that will be affected, I won't mention all the states. We have the likes of Lagos, Anambra, Borno, Benue, Zamfara. I'm sure Mr. Gentlemike's state will be affected too. Kogi State, I'm very, very sure you'll be affected. You're also affected now. So you need to talk to your people in that axis to be aware of flooding. Yeah. All right, we'll move down to another one about 8 persons killed with a policeman. That's in Benue State. Another renewed attack of herdsmen. When are we going to see an end to this insecurity, this issue of insecurity in the country? Herdsmen attack again in Benue State. I thought when President Tinubu visited the state after about 200 people were killed, I thought the whole issue will be resolved. But killings are still going on in Benue State.
No, yes, there has been always us Nigerians to face the reality. We must understand that the reality of how to tame insecurity in Nigeria has to be tied with the leadership and the mindset of the people who are involved in that insecurity. Boko Haram thing has, to me, has come to become something that we might not be able to eradicate it without going fundamental to find out actually what is the problem. And most of these insecurities are being used as a political instrument to achieve certain interests. There has been a louder outcry by organizations around the world over the continuous killing by Fulani military. Yes, they are the one that have been killing people. Not only in the north alone, not only in the Benue. I think to an extent it has spread to other states. Where we are seeing most of them, wearing military uniform. Some of them, disguised of, people who are being sent by government. They invade communities both in the north and south and the west. So I think it's a national issue and it's a national embarrassment. But I do not know why the government have never decided, because you can't tell me that what is going on, that the government does not have the information on how to tame it. This thing has lasted for decades, if I can understand, and it looks as if it is not, going, from our space now. So the only option is, I don't know what really, whether it is politically driven or religiously driven or is just purely conquest. I think that's the responsibility of the government to be able to know what they will do at every point in time. We saw when Buhari came in, I think this thing became very significant under Jonathan. Though it was there, on the pipeline, it was a plan. I believe it's a plan, and at every phase, they come up with another plan. And I remember somebody came out and said that they brought, Buhari to power to be able, to deepen Islamization in Nigeria. Yes, I think one of the Abubakar Galadima made, almost a similar, made a reference of that nature. So I do not know why up to this moment they have not been able to, look at the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, especially those ones that are being carried out by the military, Fulani military. Different sects has also emerged. There's another one too that is coming up. They have already issued a statement. I've forgotten their name. Those one will emerge from the north any moment from now. And what are they talking about? If you look at their legacies and their trademark or what they are trying to achieve, it is nothing but to primarily Islamize Nigeria, both politically and otherwise. So it is gradually, taking a very big, you know, direction now that everybody is becoming, you know, I don't know how to put it, careful, because you don't know who is going to be the next victim. Here in Lagos, I can tell you an experience just few days ago. Whether the guy was, I think he's a trained Boko Haram, let me just put it that way, or I don't know, a hardened Fulani military. Somewhere in Aguda here, he invaded where Christians were having, just 2 days ago or 3 days ago, where Christians were having, you know, a gathering, and use some instrument and break people's head there. And when he was caught, they took him to police station. Police rejected him. They cannot handle him. So instead of people taking laws into their hand, they just decided to free him back to the society. The guy pretended as if he's normal, very hardened.
I would like to lend a voice to that Onyeze's submission. The guy in question lived very, very well in my house. That was
Okay,
attacked.
you are aware?
Yes, he sells clothes opposite
Yes!
Airtel office there, where churches were having a kind of a crusade. He was there to worship with them. From nowhere, somebody, I will call him a bandit. From nowhere, came from behind and hit his head with a broken ties. So they say the person now, as we speak, is at a county hospital. I've even gone there to visit him. Yes, just to lend credence to what he has just said. That's to show you the kind of. And when I now try to draw what really transpired, this was somebody we both visited, his own landlady that is equally being hospitalized in the same hospital. Just 20 minutes off when we departed. Then I heard another story that he has been attacked. This is a country where we are in. We here that are standing on a city stand, we are safe. And you see, security challenges has become a recurring decimal in our national life. And it seems that the government of the day, they are overwhelmed with their tactics and their operational devices. I don't know why you say you want to run the government and you cannot muzzle the political will to deal with the nitty-gritty, as the case may be. What we have now is that we are in a state of hopelessness arising from insecurity. Every nooks and cranny of this nation is being infiltrated by all these outlaws, these bandits, and it's becoming highsome and worrisome. And now, my friend here, Onyeze, mentioned that there is another sect that is ready to come to the fore now of banditry. That at least that will show you that the government, what are they doing? They should also be able. I want them to hold their game. Whenever there is no security in any land, investment can never thrive. Businesses can never thrive. And it's a sad commentary on our nation that pride itself as the giant of Africa. Giant my foot.
All right, should that be the reason why Waziri said Tinubu is a disaster?
No, I think the
Just 2 years or 2 years plus of Tinubu in office, we are witnessing so much, especially in terms of insecurity. Is it that, are we going to say the administration of Buhari was kind of better than that of Tinubu?
if you want to measure, I'm a bit disappointed anyway, Mike, over Tinubu's administration. I think to an extent, Buhari spent about 8 years in office, and within that 8 years, if you look at how the economy runs, I'm talking about how the masses view it, not how they themselves view it. To an extent, we want to justify the unfortunate Buhari administration to be more better than Tinubu's administration, considering the fact at the level of inflation now we are facing on daily basis. So if somebody like Buhari spent 8 years and was able to, hold the economy to a certain decimal, that does not, even though it was relatively very difficult as at that time, but at least we will still have our little change in our pocket, showing some value. You understand? But he came with a very dangerous approach to his policies, and that was what has caused this disaster, economically. That's why the justification, I think, to an extent, is right. Well, it's some APC. I don't think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu understand what it means to devaluation and floating of naira, and at the same time, running a subsidy regime. I think that's where the issue comes. But if instead of him expanding his tentacles to import cerebrals in the economic aspect, to advise him on how to handle such policies, unfortunately, he surrounded himself with political loyalists than technocrats. So I think that was the beginning of his nightmare over the issue how to maintain a stable economy. The valuation of naira is different. Floating of naira is different. These are respective policies that requires a thorough framework for you to start implementing it. But in less than 1 week of his administration, he enacted some of these things without any proper framework, and that is the disaster. That is why it looks as if he has been there for 20 years. Tinubu's administration is like he has been there for 20 years. No, in just 2 years. Look at the way everything went up from 190 or 180 pump price to almost 1,000 something. No, brother, how come? At that, then what happens to the so-called subsidy? If at all there was subsidy, no, this government is not transparent, and they will have to face the consequences of the reality on ground.
Let us look at Waziri's statement. He cited some examples. Now, that was a genuine expression of concern. He mentioned areas where Tinubu has failed. He talked about insecurity, economy, and his fight against corruption.
You see, let me just say one word here. I will quote Comrade Adams Oshomole, the former governor of Edo State, when he said, come to APC, your sins are forgiven. Tell me up to the now, tell me how many persons has been alleged that have corrupted, and how many under the APC government, and how many have been jailed, or rather being put towards the scrutiny or crucibles of investigation as of the now. Then you begin to wonder. I want to tell you, Mike, that profligacy of this government is unprecedented in the annals of this country. You can see how much has been voted for common to repair ICC, the National Conference Center in Abuja. That one enough? Is it not enough to even start a productive unit that could also jumpstart or rather add value to the economy? You begin to wonder, how do we run policies here? Do we even take due diligence when we want to do things? Where are the experts, as the case may be? We knew what transpired during the time of Jonathan, what transpired even in the time of the military, Abacha. No matter how bad Abacha was, and he brought on board technocrats. I can see measure some people that serve under Abacha there. Even he's been demonized because he's no more. Most of the people that run this country that are still alive, they are not better than Abacha. It's because he's dead now. All manners of girls of story begin to come up. You see, I want to say one thing. You and I, we live in this country. We don't live in the moon. I knew how much I brought out of my pocket yesterday, and I knew how hollow my pocket is now because of trying to attend to all the daily needs.
Your pocket is already filled up this morning.
How do you mean?
No, don't worry. I've seen something.
So
right.
when you look at everything that is happening, you will see that Nigerians, for how long are we going to continue like this? Let us call a spade a spade. Governance is not rocket science. It's about it's about having the idea and the political will to do the needful. And government at the center, they ought to up their ante and do the needful. Nigerians are crying. Is it because you and I are standing here? You know how many people in the creeks, in the hinterland, that are dying in droves? And you begin to say this thing. We should be very, very thankful that we are alive today.
All right, here we go this morning again. The first blessing is coming from Anthony Enema, all the way from United States of America, precisely New York.
Wow.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
gifted you 20,000 naira.
Thank you, Anthony Nema. May God continue to increase you on all sides. May you find favor in every sphere that you tread. God will continue to shine, be a shining light to anything that you lay your hands upon. It will continue to attract minders touch. Thank you very much, sir.
That's why I said your pocket is already filled up.
At least, if not for all these things, where will I be? I say it's just by the grace of God that we are living. It's by His grace we are living. It's not because of anything. It's by His grace. And I make bold to say that unless we start to do the needful, government is about putting people at the center of your policies. It's not the other way around. Every other civilized crime, progressive crime, they've always said it has always been a servant leader, not a leader servant. It's a servant leader. Your policies must have a recourse to the people's welfare and daily living. That's what government is all about.
All right, let us quickly look at this report. This is coming from an APC chieftain, ruling All Progressives Congress in the North. Let me read it out. Alwan Azan, a northern chieftain of the ruling All Progressives Congress, has declared that the North will not vote for Peter Obi in the 2027 presidential election. This is laughable. I know why I said it's laughable. The North will not vote for Peter Obi in the 2027 presidential election because he is involved in alcohol importation. Azan made his proof. All right. Azan, who made the remarks while speaking on Channel Television's Politics Today on Tuesday. Who else do you think will defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027? Who? Peter Obi, that was on your program saying he wants the North to support him. And in the same program, he was celebrating a brewery in Anambra State and being the biggest importer of alcohol. Does this make any sense to you?
No, I think some of these things, when they come on national TV like this, they should find a way to, call their attention to the reality on ground. Is he trying to tell me that alcohol that is being taken in so many parts of the North, which I have seen and witnessed, is being imported by Obi?
Do they take alcohol?
They do.
They drink?
Yes, they do.
They drink beer?
Yes, I think I stayed in Kano. I stayed in Sabongeri in Kano.
And you saw them?
They drink. There is bar. There is hotel. People drink beer. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all of them that have these extremist tendencies. And secondly, money that was being there's been income that comes from that aspect, is still being shared among them in the North. Don't they smoke in the North? Don't they smoke cigarettes? Cigarettes is not, alcohol. Is it not tobacco? Is not related to something ingenious? They do too. All those governors from the North, are you not seeing them drinking alcohol, wine, and all that? So I do not understand. I don't know the justification for that. I think he was just trying to look for something to hold on to, to just say one or two things. But that notwithstanding, it's a clear fact that there are still people in the entire North, in some part of the North, not all of them, they are still having this reservation over the Igbo presidency. How will it look like, considering the fact that of what happened in the past? They are still holding themselves, tying themselves to the past. But that was, in 2023, the North also voted Obi now. At least Obi got some votes from the North, you know. So being an APC chieftain, as we are, I just looking for something to just throw at Obi, and at the end of the day, unfortunately, this one will not fly among those who want to see integrity in leadership.
Vincent, is this not hypocrisy? I mean, it thrives in the North too.
You see, when you look at the way Nigeria is configured, even though we were circumscribed to one nation with different peculiarities and with the kind of different people, and when you look, we have breweries in the south, but the VAT collected are being made use of in the north. Then somebody will now come and say they will not vote Peter Obi. Is that person even common sense? Is the person showing some kind of is being realistic? Is he realistic? Then we have breweries here. People are working in there. And for Kayala, we live in a world whereby the choice you choose is just with you. Nobody can coerce you to take alcohol when you know that alcohol is not good for your body. In the south, we take alcohol. Even in the north, they take alcohol. Yeah. All those ones is just petty. I mean, the man is just being petty. Even though I cannot condemn him for saying so, but he's just being petty. His submission does not hold water in the court of common sense or rational thinking person. And he has a right to say anything. He has a right to free speech. They say talk is cheap.
All right, Anthony Dirichoko is saying, but they want to share revenue with the South from the same alcohol that they are condemning.
Yeah.
GOA, very true, Jimmy. Hope you're on your farm typing with your wife and GOA. All right, today's a Chima. It's unfortunate that you decided to give the guy attention. The funny guy was in Channel's television yesterday to seek for attention from Tinubu for an appointment. This is coming from Udeze Chima. Anthony Enema was saying, I lived in 4 different cities in the north. Yeah. They drink alcohol, smoke, and do everything we do in the south.
They do prostitution there too.
They will do they take drugs.
They do a lot of things. So
narrative is telling you that it's so I will give an importer of alcohol. So definitely.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for having me.
All right,
Thank you for having me.
good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good to be here. Thank God for life.
I'm not sure if the network is friendly, but I can still see some messages coming in. But from this end, it seems it's somehow. All right, let's quickly talk about. You are reacting to the issue of alcohol.
Yeah. I think Obi happens to be a trader. That was Abacha time, and he benefited a lot from the Abacha lodges of importations. And I can tell you, what the man said is quite right. You can go and do your fact check as a journalist. Likewise, my brother, you can go and check it. Obi happens to be a trader, and what in trade on is always all this what's it called, the consumable goods, and which alcohol was one of it.
Is it a crime?
It's not a crime, but at the same time, you are selling alcohol,
that is personal
investment, but you are selling alcohol. That means when you get to the seat of the power, you get everybody drunk. That's just it.
Once you are
encourage. Yeah, you also above 18.
You are free to drink.
But you know the country we have now.
You need to do is to drink responsibly.
16-year-old boys are drinking now. The Jay-Z, we're in the Jay-Z era. So let us just don't go to that route any longer. It's been confirmed that Obi benefited from the military juntas, and that was the time he has access to importations. So what the guy said, that's guy from the north, is quite right. It's quite right. So, but I see nothing wrong in going into one business of alcoholic and all sort of things. But at the same time, if you want to lead the people, you need to lead by example. Not people knowing what's the atrocity on importing alcoholic for
Would you call that atrocity?
It's not atrocity, but at the same time, if you want to come to the table, you have to come clean. What Nigeria needs now is a role model that is not going to be involving in any, what's it called? Any distributions of alcohol that can turn their brain upside down. So I think the way it is now, in some states, all these things are around in the north. I can hear people saying you can drink. They're drinking. The only place that they have that freedom much is Kaduna, because I was in Samaru in Kaduna one time, and I witnessed, if you want to drink, there's a special place you have to go to, and the privilege they're having in Kaduna is because they are military bases, they are federal government agency, military agency there, and they have that, they capitalize on that opportunity. But any other place, and being the city of the retired soldiers, I'm talking of the Kaduna, that's the privilege only. Any other state in the north, you dare not try it. It's going to be a ram, except you want to do it secretly. I've been to the north, so it's not like the story I will be saying that I don't know about it. So that's just what I'm putting on the table with the information that just coming.
All right, gentleman Mike, let's have your take on this.
Yeah, thank you. I don't think I think if you ask me, maybe we should go to more serious issues. That guy should not be given any serious attention. Perhaps he's just making skits or trying to crack jokes. And I believe he has reduced very serious issues to jokes, as far as I'm concerned. What he has said has no meaning. Michael, if you understand the level of hypocrisy that's in the northern part of this country, you'll be shocked. Just like people that spoke earlier has expressed, there is actually any negative vices that goes on in the south that is not in the north. There is actually none. Everything is there. What they have successfully done is to go underground with it. As we see it more visibly in the south, it is underground over. That's just the difference. It's going on very well. It's going on to the fullest, and I call that hypocrisy. That is prostitution, as I always have said. There is a lot of alcohol. In fact, they use this plastic that they use in praying to move alcohol. That should tell you the level of desecration they have even done to their faith in terms of using that plastic that they used in praying to move alcohol and all of that. So it is underground over there. It is more pronounced in the south. That is the difference. So for anybody in the name of politics to be saying the north will not vote Peter Obi because of he established a beauty is laughable as far as I'm concerned, and it should just be ignored. Michael.
All right, GOA is reacting to what you're saying this morning and saying that very true. Gentleman Mike, hypocrites are all around, one even wearing the blue shirt beside you. So sorry about that. He's a comedian.
Maybe a comedian. I'm hypocrite, and that's who I am, and that's who I will keep on being. If you say I'm hypocrite, then you go and create your hypocrisy too, right? So I leave it to your words.
All right, Jimmy Hunter is saying Nigeria is going nowhere until you start protesting to your local government chairmen, governors, and federal government. So our priorities should be to pressure the local governments and state houses first. You have
I have that. But I always say that they are the closer to the citizens.
Hold them accountable.
We should hold them. And there's one case, humanitarian case. Me and what's it called? This my fellow guy. We are engaging one guy, one character that is working with Lagos State, one of the Lagos State local government there, and it was a widow. The woman is a widow, and he has I think 1 acre of land in which he built his house up or on, and non-state actors in the local government just came and said he wants to have the half of his house that he wants to build on it. And we were just sitting down, and the son came that he cannot even stay at home. They are looking for him, and they are using the task force. I'm saying this for the state government, or what's it called, Lagos state government, to be hearing. And they said they are using the task force to terrorize him because she was defending our mother's property. And now we have taken up the case. I've taken up the case along with it. I was in the mediation center. That's a human rights acting. I was in Alausa yesterday. So the woman had to go there this morning. It's not about we being on the platform and saying, what are you doing to the humanity? What help are you giving out? And that is what I'm saying now, that the country is so rotten within ourselves, we citizens. So to me, I think we need to just have a rethink. All of us, we have a rethink, because as it is now, I'm still saying the only driver that can take us to the destination we are now, in which we have seen the foresight, in which is just a godsend, is this same man on the throne. That's President Ahmed Tinubu. Any other thing you're saying, I don't even listen to it, because the way it is now, I don't see anybody that is fit to fix the country now as it is. I see nobody that is fit. All of them are just critics. And a lot of them come with propagandas. So
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Waziri said it's a disaster.
You say what?
I said the Bola Ahmed Tinubu you are praising that Waziri said.
Who is Waziri?
Ex-police affairs minister.
Who know Waziri? Do you reply, or do you pay attention to all those?
He has failed. In all areas.
What do you expect?
Economically, he failed. Insecurity.
What did Waziri know?
On security.
What did Waziri know about economy? And the insecurity the Waziri is talking of, his own charity should start from his own state, his own that region. Or where are they killing the people most? Where are they slaughtering people most? And you could see what happened in Zamfara. If I tell you what's going on in Zamfara, you will be more surprised. All these Zamfara issues they are saying, they are state actors inside all those movement all those guys are making.
Who should be blamed for all this?
No, you should be blaming. You should blame the governors, in which I'm telling you wholeheartedly. I do investigative journalism on my own, on the street journalism. I interviewed one guy from Borno State in Harlem there, precisely Ladipo Kasumu, and the guy came with his bike. I said, "Oh, what's going on in your state? You guys, are you? What? Everybody is rushing out to Lagos." He said, "Their problem are their governors. Their governors, all as you are seeing them, majority of them are in alliance with all these bandits because of the mineral resources they are extracting from the area." I mean, we should not be docile. We should be, looking for extracting information and sending information to ourselves.
People are responding to what you are saying this morning. Yes. This is Papa Yaga saying your coastal highway is being built with substandard materials and is already falling apart at 30 kilometers.
That's a propaganda from Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga, have you been to that coastal rail? Have you been there? I think it's a diaspora, likewise.
Yeah.
Baba Yaga is a diaspora.
Yeah.
So how can he just make a statement on that project that is just going on and he has never been there? He should show us, Baba Yaga should show us the proof of the falling apart of the coastal rail. We can send it on the video. We can send it on there so that we don't need to just put on the board what we don't know anything about. So I think that's for Baba Yaga.
Evidence.
Maybe it has no evidence.
All right, people are still bringing you back to the issue of Obi on alcoholism. What's with this Chima saying? This Kule was on city stand anniversary with a bottle of beer, dancing. Honestly, Kule, I don't understand you anymore.
Is it a crime to drink beer?
And is it a crime to invest?
No. There are two things. There are two things. The Islamic states, they have the right to protect their own religion.
Protect what?
Their religions.
They drink here too now.
How do you know they mind? You could see what the fellow
I have
guy.
Hausa friends.
You see, I've been in.
I have Hausa
There are
friends.
places that you dare not go and drink in the north. Once you drink in the north, you know it's going to be a ram on your head, and you will be there. You will be punished dearly. And I can tell you utterly, what they are telling you here now that they can drink anyhow, they can drink this. Is secretly they do that.
And should that be enough justification to criticize his presidential ambition because of alcohol?
I did not criticize Bola Ahmed Tinubu with all ratify.
This is the same thing you take too.
That's the same thing. So nobody should ask me.
So you are not a saint.
So nobody should keep asking me. Is that the reason why I should be? I mean, taking
you are dancing with a bottle of beer. Don't set the standard.
Yeah, I drink beer. I can't deny it. Did I say I'm not drinking beer? I drink beer.
Now, should you be criticized for that?
Should I be criticized for that?
Yeah.
What the guy is saying, get it right.
No, you criticized him.
Obi that is telling you that Obi is not a saint. It's telling you that Obi is not a saint. If you don't know the message of the guy, that
what are you trying to tell us too about Obi?
I'm telling you about Obi that Obi too can still concur with the guy that Obi is not a saint. All of them that come in
to tell you say nobody holy pass.
Nobody holy pass. That's just it. I think you just hit the nail on the head for me. So nobody is holy pass. Everybody that thinking Obi is holy, Obi is a saint, Obi is this, that. No. Obi is not holy. Likewise, all other contestants. You know. So when my colleagues even said he's a pretender. So the most dangerous people that you should be careful of are the pretending people that pretend, the pretenders that pretend. You know, that's the most dangerous people. When you see everybody in the scene, you know his background, you know everything, you know what is how he came to the power, you know his mother, Mogaji.
Actually, doesn't take beer.
It's but he's not coming to the table as a saint. It's Ashiwaju coming to.
Does he take beer? Does he drink?
Is he coming to the table? Is he coming to the same? He never says he's a saint. But when somebody is now packaging himself just to malign Nigeria, I mean, just to baboons Nigeria with, say he's a saint, is all this. I mean, I don't think that is. I think I have to call my friend. Hey, what did we do yesterday to save a woman, a widow that is being oppressed by the city?
There's a woman that has been oppressed by some so-called local government and non-state actors, with their petrol power. And eventually we took it up. We eventually intervened into the matter, and we went to the state woman rights to look into it. And at the end of it, everything was sorted. And today we are going to bring their face on board into the whole Nigeria, and justice must to be done to such. So this is what we are agitating for. This is what we believe that this government stands for.
All right. So people that said, I think they even wrote to me that I should stop hearing Kule and Adebayo. This is an example of what I was telling you guys. I don't hear them; they do it themselves. So let's continue with the program.
That man now. He has no mouth. I mean, he has no right to be criticizing Tinubu, because the guy that said they should not be hearing us or they should not be coming together, okay. He has no, because he's not Democrats. The guy is not Democrat, and these are the same people that will be saying the president is the president. Can you see them? These are the same people that they are preaching peace, and they are still embarking on the destabilization in the domain there. So Mike, I think we need to always respect.
Don't you think Nigerians deserve an apology from Mr. President? With insecurity, corruption, inflation still rampant in Nigeria, don't you think the renewed hope of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has failed?
Yes.
And Nigerians deserve an apology from
I disagree totally with you. I disagree. Yeah, totally. In the global space, there are crises. The economy is not like same way it is. It's supposed to be. Globally, you can see the old Trump in America. You can see how he's hiking the tariff, making everything difficult for the Americans. So what are we now saying? We can't be excluded because we are African country. So there's a global economic hardship as we're talking to you now. So you now expect Nigeria to be exempted. what's it called, an African state? I mean, a third world state. You see, what the president is doing, you guys will not see it until it started materializing. Until it started, and it is doing. I was shocked. Mike, do you know that they are impacting on citizens? That the cutting, there was a documentary I was watching yesterday. You see, if Nigerians are just so lost people that all they know is to come and criticize. They don't make their fact finding, and they come on the table. What do you call them? Secretists, man. Secretists.
The opposition of this very government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they are secretists.
Yeah.
They are secretists. They have been hired to criticize this very government to a lot of demonization.
Yeah.
I pray God will not just accept that.
They're even irritating to be engaging with.
Let's talk to gentleman. So sorry about that.
Sorry about what?
Keeping you waiting. Okay, with the incessant killing in the north, west, and south, inflation, all ramifications, corruption, all of that. I said to Kunle that don't you think the president needs to beg for forgiveness from Nigerians?
Thank you, Michael. I think the president should listen more to the people. You see, politicians are not going to tell you what you really want to hear. They feed you with because these are majorly psychophants that are trying to benefit from government one way or the other. So most of the time they don't tell government the truth. We were having a program yesterday when a guy interrupted, if you remember. That guy maybe was driving his tricycle, if you remember, Michael, and you hear some of the things that these are day-to-day people. These are average Nigerians that are on the streets feeling the pulse, as it were. And you had some of the things he talked about. So for me, the president still has some time, at least in this 4-year term of his, to do something meaningful. But if you ask me, the last 2 years has not been impactful. And again, most of the time we have always have our leaders to tell us, don't worry, what I'm doing now, you may not see that. People must see it. What do you mean by they will not see it? Now, when are they going to see it? When they die or what? I've been hearing that statement since the 90s. That don't worry, by the time the whole thing is done, now you will see it. See what? People must see what you are doing. People must feel what you are doing. That is the whole essence of governance. Our constitution is very clear. Section 14, subsection 2B is clear that the security and the welfare, the well-being of the people shall be the primary responsibility of government. See, there's no better way to put it. I didn't write the constitution. That tells you how important, because nothing will move outside of these two. Nothing else will matter outside of these two. That people cannot feel secure in that country, that people are not having good welfare in that nation. As we speak to you, there are people in IDP camps in their own country. How do you explain that? Internally displaced people in their own nation, when we are not at war. See, forget politics, forget what politicians are talking about. We are talking about real issues. How do you explain that you are in leadership, and there are, even if it is one person that is in IDP camp, it shouldn't be. You mustn't sleep until you sort that matter. So beyond politicking, beyond whether I like your face or not, what are the real issues? The security is still not there. We must tell ourselves the truth. You understand? The security must be looked into. Nigerians must feel safe in their nation. The people must feel that their livelihood has improved. That's welfare. People must feel it. Don't tell me that, okay, you may not see it now. I must feel it. Much as I know that it is not a magic, I also know that it is not rocket science that should take forever. So we must have a way of balancing these things, that at some point people must begin to feel dividends of democracy, dividends of the person they have voted for. And I think that's where I am, Michael.
I think with what my guy said now, I have to just caution him. I think the insecurity is talking now. The same insecurity we having in the south here has reduced. You remember all those people, they will just get into your farm and start killing and start, taking over your farm. And I'm talking of the Boko of this world, the Lakurua of this world, those sort of things. But that one is no more. And he failed to realize that somebody make that place, feasible for the citizen now to be able to go to farm now. If you go to Ogun State now, they're going to their farm easily. If you go to Osun, because I move around, if you go to Osun now, they are going to their farm easily. So a lot of us, we are just media standing critics. We don't go out to do our investigations out and see how things are moving. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, I was watching yesterday how the government is empowering the youth. There was a lady that is into cutting the process, and what happened? This lady, that process has taken her to all over the global space, mingling with the global people and there are a lot of them like that's going. So if you don't know what is going on, go and make investigations and go and make how you can reach out to the people that bringing out this because they always put it on the TV, put it on the media, but Nigerians, they are too docile. They will ignore, and it's just to come and criticize. Some Nigerians, not all, generally. Thanks for that. Some Nigerians.
Well, let's quickly talk to. You can wait. I'm not done with you. You can wait. Morning, Femi.
Good morning, Mr. Michael, and good morning, our viewers across the globe. Thank you for being there.
Yeah, welcome to the program. I just asked only certain questions about the administration of President Tinubu. I said, according to Waziri, Tinubu is a disaster. He cited examples, areas where Tinubu has failed. Talked about security, corruption, that's fight against corruption, economy. These are areas that the president has failed to deliver. Now, is it the impatience of the citizens that is making the government of the day appear to be worse than Buhari's government? Or what's really happening? Is it true that the Tinubu-led administration has failed Nigerians?
Well, it's obvious now. It's everywhere. It's obvious that this administration has not proven itself to be what it seems to be. It's performing below our expectation. That's the truth of the matter. And it's obvious that with some of the steps that is taken, this is what is going to be the result. Subsidy removal, like I usually say, that it has never been my problem since the day of Jonathan in 2012. When Jonathan removed subsidy, I said, well, he gave us enough orientation to know that there should be need for them to remove subsidy. And even if Obi become president, Obi will also remove subsidy. But what are the approach? What are the things that you are putting on ground to cushion the effect on people? To make sure that this economy will not affect people. People will not be dying as a result of that. And I still want to borrow from the knowledge of somebody that said, when medical team, they know what they are doing. When they want to take you to theater, they give you painkiller so that you will not die as a result of the operation they want to do for you. You say you are helping somebody and you operate on him, you leave him with the pain. What about if you lose that person you want to save? So I think the approach is very, very wrong. And the modus operandi of Tinubu approach is wrong. You want to remove subsidy. You want to float naira and dollar. You want to, go into electricity. And you done everything within the frame of, within 1 year. Who are the one that's going to bear the pain? It is the masses. Of course, it's not you. Go and check it. It's in the front of newspaper. Presidential debt within few period of month has got about 26 billion naira. Presidential debt. To something presidential debt, to fuel it, it has got more than 26 billion naira or thereabouts. I can't remember the figure, but it's one huge amount of money. I saw it in the front of newspaper this morning. So who are the people that will bear, the cost, the pain? All some of these things that Tinubu is doing, honestly speaking to me, they are necessary bitter pill that you have to swallow, but you should know how to do it. Not that you will, compare everything together, model everything together, and you put it at a goal. It's not going to give us a good result. And that's one has now made so many Nigeria, it has reduced our purchasing capacity. When people are talking about economy, the layman on the street what is understand is that if I want to eat now, how much will I use to eat? That's what a layman understand. If I want to travel to Aja, how much am I using to take to Aja, and how much is it now? If I'm going to Lekki, how much is it before? Or year, how much is it before? So what I'm trying to say is that based on what we can feel and what we have been seeing on the surface now, honestly speaking, is performing below our expectations. As simple as that.
And don't you think Nigerians deserve an apology from the president?
His apology will not give us anything. I don't think just coming out to apologize to us will not give us anything. It's only what we just need is needful. Apart from economic hardship, Mr. Michael, do you know when I stopped supporting Buhari? When the issue of embezzlement continued to rise up every day, and one day I woke my son up and somebody told me, Femi, this is your son. Imagine somebody just came up in the middle of the night and they started killing, and they kill everybody, and you have government and they cannot do anything. How will you feel? That kind of a government, that kind of irresponsible father that you have, how will you feel towards him? This is there, I know that any government that is in the position, let's forget about Tinubu. Tinubu is there. Whether we use 20, whatever whatever you want to do it, 2031, you'll be there. But beyond Tinubu, let's think about our own generation. Let's assume that our own, of course, nobody is young here. It is the grace of God that we are all enjoying. What about our children? How are we going to sacrifice the truth on a platter of a mere politics that we heard, that will come and go? Tinubu happen to Nigeria, it will come and it will go. But what will happen after that one? Those are the things that we need to be looking at, and not try to exonerate or justify any failure at any corner. If you ask me to be telling you about Tinubu potential now, I'll be telling you. And if you ask me to be telling you what I expect more from him, I will tell you. But there is no time for that. I myself, Amade Walefemi, and I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm a Nigerian and I know what. But in those areas, those are the things that I think that Tinubu is failing.
Yeah, Mike, you see, the issues there is, you see, this is our generation. I will not be happy for the generation to trend into, waste generation. I can say it all over and over again. Why did I say that? We ought to be creative. We ought to be creative, not just be complaining as it is. How many people are putting how many things are we putting on the table? It's including myself. Because why I'm saying that is because of the generation. He's talking of our children's generation. I think like that too. That what did I have to put on the table for my family?
Encouraging us to put things on the table.
See, if you reach out,
is there a conducive atmosphere for us to put things on the table?
Is what we
are talking about.
My brother, where we're going is not far. The route we are taking is what is far.
Who is making it far?
There are government policy that is on ground that a lot of people just ignore, and they are coming in to criticize.
What are these government policies?
The government policy, the trader money is there.
Is it getting to us?
The educational support is there, but Nigerians will not believe that is happening. And I can tell you heartedly, the empowerment, there are people that are empowered through the Ministry of Agriculture, through the Ministry of what's it called? You see, we don't know about the government program, and we need to be checkmating what the steps the governments are taking. But it's not that just we come on the table and say, yeah, the government is not government. It's your government. It's my government. mean, democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And we now neglected our own area, Baba. We neglected our own area to monitor, and we now ended up as critics when we don't do the needful. And you know, I said it. The local government I went to yesterday, just a charlatan. I say a charlatan, not state actor. A thug just want to ride over a widow because she saw the juicy land that woman occupied, and she wanted to just. That is the human for you. So what are we now saying? We have to come in. We have to come in, and the case is still in Alausa. We've dragged the case to the Alausa now. They've invited the woman. They will invite the guy too. And thank God, all the people we met in that human rights, the human rights sector desk, they are women. So it's the case of women versus that what's it called? That thug that call himself a state actors in that Obawale. So that is the kind of who we are. We are oppressive to ourselves even. We are oppressive, and we keep coming and saying, yeah, government. We need to flush ourselves first before we can start coming in and engaging the government. And I always say, the local government is the closest government to the citizen. When last do we go to our local government to monitor things? At least me, I have taken a step already. I said we want to see Amzat. Nevertheless, they said Amzat is not available. Then I went to Alausa. So maybe when the Amzat, that is the local government chairman, in which the jurisdiction of that case is under, so they will be able to.
Kule, you are talking about being creative. This is coming from Damian Osas. You are talking about creativity.
Yes.
Kule, this is the worst Nigeria has ever been. What is wrong with you, Kule?
This is the worst Nigeria I've ever been. Was this man there? Was he born there when Shagari was ruling? Was he born? Austerity measure. Was he born? Was he born? Nigerians has always been going through this route.
After eating Yabanjo Amala this morning, he will come to city stand to defend his master by Ononuga. This is you.
Who is saying that? I don't know. So it's not everybody you keep you give what's it called? Just let me just ignore as if I don't even hear. Maybe I'll block my head. I don't even hear what they're saying.
Kule doesn't care about anybody except Tinubu. Why? This is coming from GOA.
GOA. You see, one thing I hate most is in life is when you want to be diminishing people for nothing's sake.
How are they diminishing?
Okay, thank you very much.
No.
It's not about they're just talking. We started from the route. You see, it's how many years now? How many years?
That's 2 years plus.
2 years plus. Prior to that 2 years plus, I know what I face in this challenge. Some say this guy is not fit. Some say he's going to die. Some say he's going to, a lot of things went on in which I want to go against humanity. You can't just diminish humanity and talking of because you want your own candidate to come in and you now start dishing out, even some death threats that is going to die. He has nothing to,
Tinubu is a big failure. The man brought hardship to Nigerians without mercy. Everywhere hardship insecurity. The man is terrible. This is coming from Anayo Okoro.
No, it's Anayo Okoro. If it's not Anayo Okoro, it will be Udeze. If it's not Udeze, it will be Okechukwu. I know all those ones. So me, I'm always ready. He brought what? He brought hardship to you see, the government you have been practicing, the successive government that have been there. We don't need to go back to the archive. We don't need to go back there. The successive government that have ruled this country, they just cajole you people. They did not let you know the true situation Nigerian is, and the Nigerian government start to be failing right from the the advent of the Jonathan, in which we had it so good that time, and to the extent one of the most respected human to me in Nigeria, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. He came. He said, save for the rainy days, save this money and invest it into that will bring some income for the country. What happened? They shared that money. That was when I knew that Nigeria is going to the serious crisis of economy now as it
I'm
is.
still coming back to you. One of these shifting in the north said the north will not vote for Peter Obi because of his investment of alcohol in various parts of the country. You know,
I watched the interview yesterday. I watched the interview.
Now, should we vote based on competence, based on who can fix the nation, who can fix the economy, or based on faith, stroke, alcohol stance?
You will have known that Nigeria has been bamboozled with religion, and they know how to throw. I mean, this their. in Panther, when they want to throw it, they know where to go to. You know, I was not surprised with what I listened from. I mean, with what the guy is saying, is act of instigating. We want to instigate the North against Obi, and which is not too far from what we have been experiencing. You know, somebody just came out the other time and said Tinubu marginalized the North. All these things, they know where to go. You know, all these our politicians, they know where to cut, they know where to eat. Tinubu marginalized the North. You know, that's what the Northerners want to listen to. And this guy now came out and said, oh, Obi, the importer of alcohol. How can we? Even if you look at that man, if you listen to that one statement very well, it sounds arrogant. It comes with the Northern, pride. That are we going to hand over? Is it the North that we hand over country? Is it the North that own this country? If you listen to what some of the world, how are we going to hand over this our country to somebody that his wife is feeding him, is the one, the man that is collecting from his wife. He's talking from, this background of northern belief, not as if it is northern area of this country that is only Nigeria. You don't consume alcohol. We consume. Tell me what make your home. When Obi import alcohol, did he impose it on you? Sorry, to come and drink it? When Obi import alcohol, he forced Aboki to buy alcohol. Am I not the consumer of alcohol? So if I decided, to be doing business in that line, tomorrow if I want to contest, you will say because I consume alcohol and I'm selling alcohol because of that one, I'm not fit to rule this country. In the name of politics, because I want Tinubu to win 2027, every rubbish they bring from North, I will accept it. Or in the name of I want Obi to become president, whatever nonsense they bring from the North, I will say that is true. Do you remember that when that guy said the North has been marginalized? I said they should come and tell us one special thing that Tinubu has done for us in the South as well. Is it because of Coastal Biscuit Road? This one, 700-kilometer road that they have not done up to 10% of it. That they are still going. I don't know what the special thing that they think Tinubu is doing. And I've been saying it, the special thing that Tinubu can do for us. And I will still say it this morning. State police must be established. That one is a very, very cogent thing when we are talking about Nigeria restructure. That state police, it must come. If that one come, that time our governor will have power to fight insecurity. Anything outside that one will still remain where we are. So I've not come here to justify any rubbish because I want anybody to win 2027 election. Because 2027 will come, it will go. Even if I die before that time, what about the people that will be alive?
So it shouldn't be based on alcohol stance. You have what Mr. Femi said.
Yeah. See, when politics come in, a lot of lamba will be going on. So as that guy said that, what he said, that is his right. He has a right to say anything. There are people that are banishing the presidency too. There are people that are banishing Atiku. They are bashing Atiku. They are bashing them. So it's politic era. We are trending towards a politic era now. Anything that guy has said, don't have a dick for what is you don't have to be thinking of, so that your headache will not be multiplying. So all this analysis on say this guy, that guy, what that guy said, I don't really. That guy, he has a right to say what he said, and you too, you can reply them back. That's all.
Before we go, let me tell you, this is where Nigeria usually come in. Everybody know one of the worst case that Tinubu has in 2023 was issue of a drug case. Between drug and alcohol, which one is worse? between somebody, I can say, I can come out, I can come out boldly that I'm selling alcohol. Anybody that is selling Igbo should come out and tell us that I'm selling Igbo and see who will free from the arm of law.
Oh, yeah.
Simple. Thank you.
So for someone like him now,
Which
that's
one is better?
the only case. No.
And
The drug case he said Tinubu had. I think he should go and come and profile and clarify it. Because all of them are saying that Tinubu has a drug, he has a drug. Let me tell you, I tell you, that is one of their propaganda. If Tinubu has a case of drug with US, what's it called? What's it called? US, the body that is in charge of what's it called? Drug. They will have picked up Tinubu when he has no immunity. We are not in village. We are not. We should be more enlightened than the way we are now. They will have picked up Tinubu when he has no immunity. Paulo Escobar was picked up. Tinubu will have been picked up. Americans don't joke with their, their citizens with drug. So they are saying Tinubu is a drug. This is a drug that is just one of these propaganda that came from the east, the eastern states generally.
Then, Jack, can Nigerians or Northerners vote for someone that produces alcohol?
Let me say good morning, our viewers, wherever that we are. May God bless and strength you. Mr. Mike, good morning. Yeah,
Is it a crime?
it is not. It is not a crime. The Northerners, they are drinking alcohol already, so they cannot use that one and give an excuse. They can use it and give an excuse. And though the man that's read is under APC, so he tried to defend APC. So not that he tried to say it, he tried to defend APC so that people should not vote Peter Obi, they should vote for them. But they forget that hardship Nigeria is facing is them. A lot of hardship. We cannot be saying the truth and we be saying lie. The man have already put Nigeria mess. This APC have put Nigeria under mess, total mess. Look at hardship that's going on around the country. Insecurity, they cannot handle it very well. And they had one that, okay, you are calling yourself a president, you are calling yourself a governor. People from nowhere come into your country, into your state and be killing people. The president, the governors cannot go and find out where those people come from. You say that you love the citizen, they do not love the citizen at all. They love themselves among the party they belong to because they are the caucus under the umbrella of the government ship. If they love the citizen, they will make sure that insecurity is out of Nigeria. They'll solve it out. Not that they don't know what to do, they know. But they are using it and playing game. Is it every day they'll be playing card on it? People are be dying day by day. Not natural death. If it is natural death, you will not say yes. People from nowhere. The governors cannot find it out. I tell me say the current regime are doing something good. No, they are not doing something good. Is it 18 months that is remaining they can use and do something useful? I don't find it. That's why I'm saying that they don't have ideology of government. If they have ideology of government, they will go to the grassroots on it to solve all this problem, to make sure say my people first, the indigenous first before any other things. But the government are not doing it. For me, I have already fallen from Nigerian nation. It is not this year. Far back from 1999 that I fell up what concern Nigeria. Far back 80s, I have to be proud of Nigeria. But from 1999, nothing. I cannot be proud of Nigeria anymore. Because the government, the people that come to rule are not doing well.
All right, thank you so much, Ben Jack. You have 500. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning and good morning, our viewers. Good morning, my the lover ones. All of you there, may God bless you all. Thank God it's a midweek edition. And here is Benjamin Johnson. This is Nachi, aka the Biafran evangelist. One, only one. We are not two. One. God bless you all.
If production of beer can be used against Obi, I'm talking about the northerners using production of beer against Obi. If it is a crime, what about the person that was involved in drug case?
See, my beloved brother, let me tell you the gospel truth. All these things are political. Everything you are seeing now is political. Because the person that is that was ranting on television regard to the alcohol issue, is he now trying to tell me that in the whole north, the Fulanis or the Hausas, none among them that don't drink? I can beat my chest. I have no one or two persons here in Lagos that drink alcohol. You understand me? So you see all that they are saying is just it's a political statement. And they come to drug aspect of it. If you place the two, somebody that is into drug should be picked. And that is the person that is actually, going crazy of offense. You understand? But so far, so good. If a drug man was given an opportunity to leadership, I don't see a situation whereby somebody that imports alcohol will not be given an opportunity or should be discredited or disqualified. You understand? I don't see that. I listened to one of our analyzer here that was trying to defend, say that Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have been picked or should have been picked if, and please, I want us to recall back what happened to $460,000 which Bola Ahmed Tinubu forfeited under Joe Biden. On what purpose? Go and do your findings. It was based on that drug issue in order to close the case. Yes. And who are the people that that brought out that drug issue? It was Atiku and the certificate of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he didn't go. That kind of thing. That was 2023. You understand? And it was as a result of that, in the court, when the judge handled the issue, they used article case to handle it, and they did not even attempt to Obi being the winner of 2023 election. They used article to finalize everything, which Joe Biden collided and collect 400 easy. Do you know how much the worth of $460,000 forfeited just to die the case off? About 2 years findings, just 2 years now. Check it. Is the fact. You understand? So, but what I'm here to say is this. I believe that these people are trying to play games here. And already I have said something. Time without number. Obi should understand the handwriting on the wall. Never allow Igbo man to rule. That is the meaning of Naira. Kilo Juku before others. That is the meaning of Kobo. I've said this thing and I'm saying it again. There is no way. And let me tell you again, another contribution making it the third one is this. As Obi is, remember what happened in 2023. Obi won the election, you and I know. You can even say Mahmoud whatsoever, anything you like you can put. But you and I know convincingly in our heart that Obi won the election, which Erufai has confessed now. You understand? Yaya Bello too confessed when EFCC went after him. He confessed that he was one of the people who rigged the election for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yaya Bello, I repeat. Do you understand me? So, but the game is done and dusted. The issue now is which way forward. Let's forget 2023. Then, if they see Obi as not Nigeria, then no wahala. It's Obi that is bothering himself. We, the Easterners, the Biafrans, already know that we don't have a place here in Nigeria.
If Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not disqualified from contesting the 2023 election, he was having drug-treated drug case.
Quoted by who?
If he wasn't disqualified from contesting the 2023 election, despite the drug case.
He has no drug issue. He has no drug case.
Yeah. So why should
It is
Obi-
a false
Obi be
allegation
condemned?
against Mr. President. It is a false cooked information. False cook allegation against Mr. President of having drug issue. Why he was not a president of Nigeria?
It was a cooked one.
It's a cooked one by the opposition party, like what Peter Obi did in Lagos State. It was a scam to demolish the Mr. President's political agenda and presidential agenda. That is number one. Then nobody will come here and tell me that President Akinola Tinubu is a drug dealer, is a drug addict.
In 90s.
If the Northerners have said Peter Obi, they will not vote for Peter Obi because he imported beer. I disagree.
Okay.
They can only come up with a different agenda of saying they will not vote Peter Obi because it's a pretext. He's a politician, he's a pretender politician. He pretends so much. It's just more of like a serpent. Yes. That want to penetrate into an human being's stomach. And eventually, if he's given such opportunity, that is the perspective whereby the Northerners are looking Peter Obi from. But it's not hygienic they say because he imports beer. It can be a businessman. And as far as Nigeria as a whole, whosoever can vote whosoever, you can vote whosoever that is your choice. You can vote whosoever in as your own candidate as your choice. So that factor, that evidence is not strong enough for them to say they will not vote Peter Obi in the North. And perhaps I always want to stand as a Nigerian that I always want to prove the Northerners wrong. There will not be the state alone deciding election in Nigeria. If the Easterners and the South and the East, everybody has come together, we can decide election in Nigeria. So they have no right to tell him that they will not vote him in the North. I can only tell Peter Obi to do what? To play his political momentum, his political ideology very well on a more sincerity and optimistic ground. You know, so if people are now using that factor, want to pass an indirect insult to the Mr. President, and say that it is a drug deal. What evidence did whosoever have? Nobody have any evidence that President Akinola Tinubu was a drug dealer. Why he was a governor? The America did not come for him. The drug board organization in America did not come for him. Why it was up the governorship seat? Nobody come for him. When there is no immunity, nobody come for him. Nobody sought after him. So we should stop all this bitter mind, backbiting, spirit of demolishing somebody's leadership under this very government. You know, well, I can see these are invisible agents with destructive weapons in their sense, in their mouth, in their tongue, try to demolish this very government of President Tinubu. I will tell you, I keep standing beside him because of the sincerity, his optimistic, and his integrity, who I know him to be. So there is no time anybody will come and accuse him that it's an assumption that is a drug. There is no any evidence being filed by the American government against him. And I'm using this medium opportunity to talk to Nigerians. We should stop all this blaspheming and invisible speech that does not hold ground against the Mr. President. Whatsoever I want to say on the head that you don't have any evidence for it. If you are being asked to provide an evidence, you don't have any evidence that the Mr. President is this, is that. So that is my stake over this issue on ground. I've talked in my stake about the issue of Peter Obi in the North. They have no right to tell him that the Northerners will not vote him.
Now, talking about performance of Tinubu in 2 years plus, can you rate him? Has he performed
so
to
far?
Expectation?
So far,
Waziri just condemned his administration,
Waziri.
calling Tinubu a disaster.
Waziri. Who is Waziri? What does he have to offer Nigeria? Who is Waziri? He's a fucking nobody in Nigeria. Yes, when it comes to intellectual intelligence, you know, bringing something on board, Waziri has something to bring on board for this country. And mind you, Nigerians, I'm using this freedom opportunity to address Nigeria. You know, we should stop dancing to the beats, you know, satanic beats of all these serpent politicians who are coming on the media to whitewash the quality of Mr. Tinubu under this very government. Truly, if we want to, I just have to be sincere with myself. It has not been too easy with the masses, with the Nigerians. Likewise, me. You know,
It has not been too easy.
we are all surviving through grace of God. But I want us to understand something that is called restructuring. Nigerians have been buried for years under the government of PDP, while they are doing it and it, and Nigerians then we thought we are rejoicing, we thought we are celebrating.
Under the government
of PDP,
not APC.
not APC.
Buhari ruled for 8 years.
And their slogan then is
Buhari ruled for 8
PDP
years.
share the money.
You don't want to listen to me. You don't want to get-
Buhari ruled for 4 years. Let me tell you, Buhari ruled for 8 years.
Eight good
Sorry,
years.
so that's special term. 8 years. But let me tell you something.
And you are blaming PDP.
And they are blaming Tinubu. If Buhari ruled for 8 years, and a lot of people are saying Northerners agenda, Fulani agenda, how come has it become the problem or the fault of Tinubu? Tinubu is only aimed to restructure Nigeria, to rebalance the pillar of Nigeria. The foundation of Nigerian, some political thugs have destroyed the foundation of Nigerian pillar, which is what the Mr. President is trying to do now to restructure the system. Truly, it has not been easy for the poor man to survive in this very government. But I want to say something categorically. Have we thought of the individual wickedness between the marketers to the citizens of this country? Somebody that took 100,000 naira to market, to K2 here to buy market. You cannot tell us that you used 30,000 naira for transportation through and flow. You cannot tell us that you pay 50,000 naira as a tax, and you want to use the 100,000 naira to sell 1 million naira. It is not a crime for you to do a business and you gain. But have you thought of the inconvenience, the pain you are causing to yourself and to the citizens of this country, to your fellow Nigerian? Truly, the inflation of prices, it rise. Truly, we all know globally, and not just Nigeria alone. In UK, in America, in Canada, virally. But let's talk about the individual wickedness we are causing to ourselves in Nigeria. From Ogbaye to Ikeja, once it was 200, suddenly it became 300. Next, it became 400. I've tried to protest it severally. I will make a motion. Let me tell you, one of the virus that is killing Nigerians is to know how to protest for their rights, not just to the government alone, but protesting within ourselves to each other. When I try to took it up to protest it, do you know some Nigerians will stand in the bus stop, they'll be looking at me. And one person in the midst of over 70 bus that is being controlled by the union or whatever, they'll be looking at it like, look at this lizard, look at this worm. I bet your top no grand. You will see Nigerians, they'll be there to enter, paying their 400 naira. And it's not that I don't have the 400 naira, but it's a slap to me as a Nigerian. I know the price, I know how much is the per liter of fuel. How much are you paying per ticket? I was somewhere in Ojo, and one was carrying 600 naira to Yanbaja, and one just came and said 800 naira. I said, where is the chairman in this park? I want to see how much are you giving ticket to people? This very man, how much did they give ticket to him? How come do you come now and say it's 800? But when they find out that I stood here to protest and to fight it, instantly there's correction. You know, so this is one of our problems as a Nigerian. We fail to know our rights. We fail to protect our rights.
Robert Uche Adebayo is defending APC and at the same time angry. You are angry. Why defending APC?
Robert Uche, good morning to you.
Antman is saying Jagaban is doing well. Reforms everywhere. Yesterday he has signed the insurance reform. I know all the good the president is doing. I am benefiting.
Yes.
My stocks are rising.
Yes.
This is coming from Antman.
The CMG is there to make life softer, soft.
All right, Daniels saying, can you allow me to talk, Mr. Kunle? Adebayo, you are such a nice person, but sometimes you just say something that is not. Daniels, please. You just need to correct your comments there. Please correct your comments there. I was saying, we move down to another person here. Yes, I care about the reforms, not all the base carrying about Peter Obi, who wants the presidency like a merry-go-round to be thrown on his lap. I move down to other comments here. Move down to other comments. There are certain comments I can't read. Please let us be aware of what we comment in the comment section. All right, George, what is the waiting to spill the beans? What is she waiting to spill the beans? All right, we'll move down to another one. All right, before that, I'll give a pastor. You want to say something?
There is an adage that says, "Ihe agba n'aka, ejighị enye enye," meaning that what you are holding or you are wearing in your hand, you don't need a mirror. You don't need to use mirror to look at it. So far, so good. You're talking about protest, good and fine. It is a way of changing some issues or getting our rights put in place. But when you talking about protest, you look at the country where you want to do your protest. For example, the one that protested, I remember under the same government, Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. Here, because it's here in Lagos, did you protest? Adebayo did not protest. This is my friend here. They did not protest. The people that protested in the north, you can see them. They even arrested them and jailed them for 3 good months, no food. And there were even
people protest in the east.
Excuse me, why should I protest? Because I've already told you that I am.
Why should I protest right
Hello,
here?
excuse me. Excuse me. I have my reasons. And my reasons,
especially made for the northerners, because they are fighting for
so
imbalance appointing
when you were
Mr. President to their own government.
When you were talking, I didn't talk. Allow me to talk. Are you hearing me? It's my turn. And it's my time.
Anyway.
So, as we are saying, now, the northerners that protested, children that protested was arrested.
Children of how many years?
9 years, 11 years, 10 years. They appeared. They paraded them in the court. Are you not here in Nigeria? What are we saying?
You are answering to a body.
They paraded them. Oh, they paraded them in the court, and they even accused them for trying to take over the government. True of us? No, true of us. Didn't you sit in court? No. Why are we now saying? Why are we now saying truth? You are bending it. How can you be living in a place or with people that are telling lies? How do you now want to move forward? You understand me? So, if you are talking about protest, I believe that the protest the changes of things should start from the leaders, from the head. Then by the time you correct from the head, then you bring it down. And that is where your protest will have a meaning. But whereby in the up there, they did not give you that space. How do you then think that they will give you space in the local here, in the street? Do you understand? So, and you talk about what did you made mention of talks the other time or whatsoever in Lagos State here.
I didn't make mention of talks, please.
No, when you are speaking, that's why
I didn't
you see.
like talks.
Inflation. What we are talking about.
Are you getting me? Do you understand? So far.
Okay, I want to ask you one question. When you were doing the forum, PDP, APC, all of them, Obi, Atiku, all of them, Buhari made it clear that there will be subsidy, and none of them disagreed. We all knew that this pain will come. The pain will come. No, we all knew that the pain will come. Why are you being tribalistic? The past, we judge the present. The present, we judge the future. The past of the country, was it Tinubu that started the past? Was it the Shagari time? Have you forgotten Umar Diko, what he said? One day, Nigerians will eat dust from the dustbin. The subsidy came. Now, all of them, they agreed. Tinubu, Atiku, and Tinubu, Atiku, and Obi, they all agreed. Why is it that we are not picking on him?
I think the critics that diaspora are hearing that. Now, I still have something to say. When we are talking about removing subsidy, I believe there should be a foundation. Are you getting it? there should be a platform or a foundation by which, because even Obi said it, it's one of Obi's campaign. He said he will remove subsidy. But on which platform, on which source, on which foundation is he placing it? Jonathan, good Lord, Jonathan said he want to remove subsidy in order for us to buy fuel at the rate of 120 naira. The same Jagaba, you know, when somebody is talking, I don't know how you people used to. When the same Jagaba sponsored Ojota dancing, my brother, are we not in Nigeria again? By removing subsidy for us to sell fuel 120 naira. The same Jagaba organized Ojota dancing and every other places. Then why is it that now minus 120 naira to how much we are selling buying fuel today? Which one is more preferred? Which one is better? Let us be sincere to ourselves. Let us be truthful. Are you getting me? Do you understand? With the Tunde Bakari, with others. See, what I'm saying is this. I see stand on my, whether national, whether local, whether tribal, the issue stand that a president want to remove subsidy for us to buy at the rate of 120 naira. And you went against it, you protested against that. Now the subsidy has been removed, and how much are you buying it now? And you refuse to protest. Hello, everybody agree for protest to remove subsidy. Obi campaign, Jonathan did it, but why did you now kick against it and still come back and still even remove that subsidy at the same time put Nigerians in jeopardization? And somebody is here defending it. Truth is always bitter than sin, but I will continue to speak that truth the way it is.
My brother, you are not speaking any truth, okay? You are just being biased in all you have been saying.
What I said is what happened with all of us here, including Mr. Mike here, is in Lagos as at that time.
Hello.
Did you are living within us, except you don't want to tell yourself the
President
truth.
put up a call to you that you should come and participate in that very protest that is being organized by him himself? Then how come do you know that it's the Mr. President that fund the protest? Truly we know that he's a Democrat. Do you understand me? As a Nigerian, you are entitled to your own opinion and you are entitled to your freedom. You can protest wherever you find yourself. It is not a crime to protest. The Mr. President have never tell you as a Nigerian that it's a crime for you to protest. Then if you have protest during the Jonathan era against the removal of subsidy, it is not a crime. And if you have protested against the Mr. President in his own present era over the issue of removal of subsidy, it is not a crime. Okay, but it's all depend on the agenda and the structure which the Mr. President have to put in place.
It's wrong. Okay. The structure and the agenda which you put it now is what is causing the poverty, the hunger, and whatever that is going on in Nigeria currently now. Because other parties have been there 16 good years. We've never suffered to this level. What is it? Let's speak the truth, my brother. Okay.
Let me tell you, you are one of the businessman. In which area are you contributing positively? So individual to the masses when it comes to you being sincere in your business to Nigeria. Yes, I have a lot of business friends and I understand what is going on. Like I just stated, when you want to use 100,000 naira to find 1 million in your business sector, is that not a victimization to Nigeria, to the citizens? And we are not looking into this. We all forward the whole blame to the Mr. President.
You know that if a country is working, because most people believe that Tinubu Jagaba, he will fix it. He will do better than Jonathan.
Most people.
No, how do you know?
I
said Tinubu now will do more than Jonathan. Now he's now worse than Jonathan. And let me tell you, as we speak now, as I'm talking to you, my brother, let us be sincere to ourselves. 16 years of PDP. Can you use it to compare? I want you to check it and check the 10 years. What happened now? Now, excuse me. Now listen. If me, my brother, I want to help or helping people, I will not come to the public and tell you, oh yeah, you come and follow me. I want to help. The people and those which I have helped know themselves, and I'm not doing it because of anybody. I did it to the glory of God, and I will not forget with you, Mr. Mike here, the recent what happened to our brother that is not even an Easterner. You understand? It's not even an Easterner, but I took the risk upon myself. You yourself, you are aware of this one. I took the risk upon myself. That is my own contribution of help. He knows what. Yes, you are aware, Mr. Mike. What I did, he knows what I'm saying. No, Mr. Mike. You understand? So if I want to help, I don't need to come and announce it. I will do it to the glory of God. He said something about the protest that took place last year in the north. I'm coming, please. The protest that took place sometime last year in the north. That protest, if you are not informed, let me educate you about that protest. The protest is specially made for the northerners, and they were equally calling on the easterners due to the grift of 2023 election that Peter Obi did not want. So they want to use the easterners as a subordinate to strengthen the protest. And luckily enough, the easterner Ohaneze, the SNDIGO, that they are aware of what the Mr. President has done so far so good in this very government. They have seen the positive touch of the Mr. President. They quickly forward message to all across the nation, to the easterner brothers and sisters, that don't join them and protest in this very agenda of the northerners. It is a Fulani northerners agenda in this very protest. They are back here in Lagos State. Some group of people now group themselves. They went to Ojota. They are giving people 3,000 naira and a plate of rice to come and protest, which we did the investigation and we bring it to judgment. We investigate it and we bring it to judgment. Then back there in the north, he said 16 years old were arrested among those who joined the protest there. Who tell you that 16 years? This is a video that I go through it in the court when they have been taken to court. When they have been taken to court, this is a young man of 35 years old.
Today, how much was Nigeria selling a barrel of oil during Jonathan time? $194. How much are they selling a barrel of oil today? How much are they selling a barrel of oil today? How much was Nigeria? How many barrels was Nigeria producing then to compare to what Nigeria is producing today? Nigeria was producing 5 million barrels a day. That was the reasons. There are reasons, circumstances leading to the situation. See, today, Nigeria is producing the barrel. It has dropped to 1.4 billion barrels of oil today.
Why make it to be drop?
Is it not the same?
What drop it? Because government is not able to stand up on their duty. Government has failed. That is why they didn't drop.
Government will secure everything.
Yes, that is the duty of your government. What makes them a government? Is it not to protect or secure?
If you are not patriotic,
everybody is sabotaging. Excuse me. If you have a government that cannot control price, if you have a government that cannot manage, if you have a government that cannot handle issues, that government is not qualified to be a government.
It's not capable. See, you are saying the truth, because a government responsibility is to provide and protect your main resources.
Bible says some main resources.
That is not oil. When we allow people to be vandalizing the crude oil and subforcing the oil.
What are we saying?
And the government there is falling sand. Let me go protest crude oil.
I wonder.
Because there is a main resources to feed your nation. See, go to Saudi. Saudi, they protect their oil facility. But here, our general, they support it, and nobody's talking. Now to Polo, now it's like child. 4 billion every month. Okay, where are we going? You say, well, the government is responsible for it. The present government is responsible for what we are facing now.
Yes.
Why escape it?
Yes.
No police will be blamed. Government.
Why you guys get headache?
Why you don't go outside? Don't go outside.
Why you not?
No.
Government take responsibility of everything that happened in the nation.
That is what makes them be leader.
Whether the nation is bad or good, government take responsibility.
Yes.
Don't tell me say I will take responsibility. Am I in national rock? Okay, what is our livelihood? Our livelihood is crude oil. We depend on him. So what to make sure the whole military parastatal is involved. Care and protect.
Enough, my brother. Who is a minister? Who is a minister of petroleum?
How we govern the
Who is a minister of petroleum? Is it not Mr. President?
It's not if he's the minister of petroleum. In Buhari era, Buhari was also the minister of petroleum.
Okay, Jonathan era, who was the minister of
petroleum? Jonathan era, who was the minister of petroleum?
Who was the minister of petroleum?
Jonathan is a novice. You see tribalistic? You see the tribalism? You see it now? Okay, he's novice. Then, if Jonathan is a novice, then somebody that is not a novice can come into power, and the person did not do it. That means the person is the worse than the novice.
No, let us be fair. Any president, any president that leave his post is a president and he's a petroleum minister.
All right, thank you so much, viewers, for joining us today. Contributions and your support. We shall be back here tomorrow, 7th of August 2025. We appreciate all of you. Please, if you're joining us first time, subscribe to the channel, tell people about what's going on at City Town. All right, viewers, goodbye. Stay safe.
Can you compare it to 1.4 million barrels? You destroy something yourself, and you expect that even destroy Jonathan government because they were the ones that occupied that space of Jonathan government.
When you are not informed,
Jonathan belong. They didn't have much mouth. Now then,
Jonathan is
yes,
never
they gave Jonathan
but they do it well. When you become minister,
you know, if there is no oil, who will go become minister of water?
How much was price of rice? How much was price of under Jonathan? How much
barrel of oil? How much was the barrel of oil? How many barrels of oil was Nigeria? They must have managed it. What did he manage? But now you cannot manage it. You was from a region. And you know if you don't manage it, if there is no oil,